Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Thursday night, episode 31 of Jeremy Makes Stuff. Again tonight, I'm using Restream to broadcast across Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. I'll try and keep an eye on the chat, make sure things are rearranged here so I can see stuff. Actually, it looks like, in the preview window, it looks like there was some messages, but I can't. Oh, it just repeated my message. Okay, interesting. Okay, so if I send a message through the Restream chat application, it sends it to more than one platform, and then it shows the copies there. Huh, that's cool. Okay, anyway. So the last episode, episode 30, I had said I was contacted by a friend of mine, Wesley. We've done a few projects together, and he had a game idea and had some art put together, and wanted to see if I could put together a little demo here. So started off with, let me open up the folder. The artwork he sent me with some different characters and stuff, and this sort of demo scene here, and got going with the persistent game scene, the menu game scene, which used that demo but hide some of the stuff with a big start game button, and the office scene with the pieces cut out and rearranged here, and in the persistent scene in the game object here behind my head, kind of. Let me move this over for a sec. We started setting up the test code here, and this was sort of like a there was a tutorial for Unity for a quiz game, and the features of this game are very similar to a quiz type game, where you're presented with some text, and then you have some options, and then something happens. One of them is right, and other ones are wrong. So it was sort of following that along, and we have some sample data in here right now, and where it left off, let me just play the game here. We have the start game screen and the persistent data, and if I say start game, it goes here. Next client, quit. The value, let's see if I can change that value is somewhere, and this will be the lives, right? Let's see, that might have just been static text. I don't remember. Might not have got that far. But anyway, so there's the money container. Ah, yeah, it's just static text right now. So that's where the things got to so far. And the sample images that Wesley gave me were more square than rectangular, and for the Android games, Unity likes to give this rectangular area here. So I'm just kind of scaling things a little bit and shifting things around so that it'll look pretty good. And so see, like right now, there's this blue area off to the side because it's not in the center. It's not lined up. Scoot that over. So anyway, that's where we are. I want to see if I can get the data on the office scene worked out, and then get at least the one client in there. I need to figure out how to reference the objects, the game objects, because we have the artwork for the clients, right? But then, and the artwork for the onion head guy, the player character. But I need to be able to reference those in the scene for the different movements and stuff they're making. So, let's see here. Let's see if Wesley's around too. See if he wants to talk about this a little bit while I'm working on it. Last week he was playing some Dungeons and Dragons. Send me a message. Hello, I am online. Let's see. I set my water off to the side, unfortunately. And let me do this real quick. I'm gonna hide myself. I'm gonna grab my water real quick. Just 1 second. All right. Oh, Wesley says he's online. Let me see if he wants to talk about the onion head guy. Okay, so let's see, I need to rename these. Okay, so this is Wesley's client version of himself. Oops, he's behind my head in the chat. Right there too. So he's subjecting himself to the same crying onion-headed game thing. Whoops. Back down here. There we go. Okay, so if I go back to my scenes, here to the office scene, I have the skins container. Okay, I need to pull in the skins. Yeah, skin 0, skin 1. Oh, I need to figure out as well how to display those appropriately. I think if I do, put that in the UI folder. I already have it. I think since having no skin is kind of like a default state, right? Or it's like an empty heart in Zelda or whatever. That if I just drag and drop that, is it going to show up? Yeah, I didn't think so. I need to actually do a canvas image. But I think I can just put the empty skins on there first, and they'll always be displayed. then display the available skin whenever it's actually available. Let's see, how big is this? 165 by 43. This probably needs to be a height of 40, and these... Are these square? Yeah, so 40 by 40. 80, 160. This was what? 165? Yeah, that should work. We'll see. Oh, it's a little big. Let's bring this scale down to 0.8. Shift these sections around here a little bit. Okay. And let me rename this to empty skin 0. And can I just duplicate? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. So Wesley is working with a little bit of a fussy daughter this evening, so he's just going to be watching a little. Let's see, these lined up. Come on. And let's see, so that is at the Y position is minus 185, which is correct for all of them. Oh, that one's 184. And let's see, this is 165 width. These were 40 apiece. But that the border's a little more than a pixel width. It's okay, I'll just space them out manually a little bit here. I could figure out the math and be precise. But for right now, just a little demo. That one, I want it like minus 355. Let's see the quit button. Next client. Let's see. So this one needs to actually reference a variable. I'm gonna go back to the persistent scene. Yeah, I'm going to open up the, which one was it, the rounds? No, game data. Oh, no, it wasn't game data. One of the cool things about Unity is it can use a couple of different IDEs for the code. Here I have Visual Studio 2017 installed, Community Edition. Can also use MonoDevelop, can use Visual Studio Code. I could just use Notepad or Notepad++ or whatever as well. It's pretty versatile. It must have been... I don't know where it went. Brown question office controller. Oh, okay. Game data is the all rounds we're accessing. and round has the current money, all the stuff. Yeah, so we need to reference the current money value in that scene right here. So text script. That didn't actually do anything. Okay. Let's see. So I need to reference this, and it's been so long, I'm gonna have to look it up. Hey, Jeremy Dusick, watching on Facebook. How's it going? Hope you're having a good evening. Let's see here. I'm going to Unity. Display variable text on screen. Yeah, select the score because I need to access that variable in the. Why has everything got to be a video? I need to access the variable from the scene. So saying when text.text. And when text is a public text. Oh, I remember doing something like this before. Where, I want to play the video a little bit. There's a, I remember doing this rollerball demo one time. A few years ago. Let's see, there was a... Okay, go back. So here they placed the text on the screen. Yep, anchored in the top left corner because of the way the UI scales and all that stuff. Yep, skip ahead. You give it a value. Okay. I vaguely remember something about... Well... Because the value will show up over on the right in the scene. And you choose the counter text. Yeah, right there. Okay. So, do I have a script on this scene yet? I thought I had an office controller. I do have an office controller. Oh. There's money container. So I didn't associate. Hey Jed, what version of Unity? I'm a couple versions behind because when I started it tells me there's a new version. This is 2018.1.6. I think there's a 2018.3 is the current version with a 2019.1 coming out soon. But I didn't want to update yet just because everything was working here right now. Okay, so I need to let me go back to the persistent. There's a game object with the script on there. Okay. Let me go back to the office. I'm going to create an empty game object. And I'm going to add a script. Menu screen controller. Yeah. So back over here, menu screen controller, I have a public text money container. So where... How come I can't access that value? Back here on persistent. It's game data. Yeah, that's just the image. This is the one I want to actually use. It's the game object. Okay. Well, you go back here again to the tutorial. Yeah, the script is there. Oh, the script is actually on the player in this instance. But stable is always good. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not saying the other versions of Unity aren't stable. I'm just saying this one is working in my current environment. Yeah, there's the menu screen controller. Oh, menu screen controller. It's gonna be one of those nights. Where'd Unity go? Menu screen controller is the wrong controller. It's not the one I want. I want office controller. There's the money container text. Okay. So, go back there, grab money, drag it over there. Now we're cooking with gas. Alright. Yeah. Wrong controller. So, we've got the money container. What was I doing here? I don't know what I was doing there. But we want to set the value to whatever the current value is in the persistent game objects under current round, current money. So let's go back here. So how do I access that? Let's see. Unity access variable. Oh, from another scene. Or maybe from another script. Let's do that. Let's see. There's a public value there. And there's a game object, and then the script, and then it's adjusting the value. Well, but that's for a game object in the current scene. But I wonder if I can just find it. Well, this is finding the game object player and getting its script. So that's close. Can't reference an object in another scene. However, there are some paths you can take. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember looking at this. The player preferences. Let's look at this. How to keep score. There's a scorekeeper. Script in a game object in your scene. Okay. But that's not exactly what we're looking for either. Okay, let me find that. What was it? A trivia game tutorial. And displaying questions, because in this one it had to have been accessing the questions from the class. Let's see, is this the one? Oh, it's still got data controller. Okay. Alright, so I believe I can access it. Find object of type. Data controller. So let me see here then. If I do... Was that a private? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to make a private variable up here. It's going to be of type game data. Game data. And let's do lowercase. Game data. And then here, game data equals, what was that? Find object of type. And since there's only one game data object, oops, it'll find, I assume, that one game data object that's on the game data controller. So this money container dot text would be game data dot, was it current money? Oh, get current round, current money, yeah. Get current round. Current money. And I think that's an integer. Nice. Okay, let's save that and try that. Since I can manipulate the values in game data. So let's go here. Oh, okay, that was weird. Start the game. It says 0, which is what it is in the script. So if I come over here and say, no, actually we have $59,286. That didn't update. Oh, it didn't update because it only set it. Stop. It only set it on start. So I'm going to try this. Done an update. It's not going to stay an update. only want it to be in start, but just to make sure this is working the way I expect. So there's 0. I'm going to say I have $200. Oh, yeah, nice. All the money. That'll pay all the bills. Okay, cool. And if there's not a value, since it's an integer, it automatically becomes 0. It shows the 0 there. Perfect. Cool. I like that. I can work with that. So we do want to put that here. Also, since we have game data, I want to get so I need to display the number of available skins based off of the variable value. So let's see, there's something like display lives, Unity display lives based on variable. I can show the number of lives as hearts. Yeah. Okay, so this guy's doing it backwards. All of them are there, and he's covering it with a square. Oh, or rather, it's changing the width. That's using a label and assigning the heart texture to it. And this one is switching between sprites. Okay, so Unity display image from code. Oh, this is good. So I could actually add 4 images and change the sprite. Oh, I've got the 4 images, right? Because I have the 4 empty skin things. Let me move this to the other screen so I can see it at the same time. Okay, so if I come back here, no, here, in the office scene. That's weird. Where did everything go? I'm going to restart Unity. Okay, let me make sure that the score change is stuck. Yeah, there's a 0. But it's not an update, right? Okay, yeah, so that worked. So I'm going to start the scene by itself. It's weird. I don't know why it's not displaying. But it's there when I play the scene. Oh, no reference inception. How do I see? Okay. Oh, that's because I started on that scene. So let me start back here. Alright, no exceptions. And if I open the office scene, well, why is it suddenly not displaying stuff? Let me see. Unity, scene view, empty. Layers, default. Yep. Everything is viewed. Oh, I know what's going on. This is the camera, but this whole big square is the actual interface. Yeah. Was zoomed way into the corner. That was weird. Okay. Interesting. This should be full screen width. And come up. What was the position? Y position? Oh, it should be 185. Yeah. It's 185. These guys I need to rename. So this one. Hi, kitty cat. Kitty cat came to visit. I'll call this skin 0. Well, skin 1. Skin 2. Skin 3. And skin 4. Now in the script, I'm going to say private image Skin, whoops. Casing, that was weird. Skin 1. 2, 3, 2, 3, and 4. And then here, we'll say if game data dot, I'm going to put game data dot current round instead of another object. Just looks a little easier to access. Which means I guess technically I don't need game data, do I? I can just do that. So round current money. Okay, so if round dot current skins, this is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let me switch on that instead. Switch. Case 0. Am I doing that right? Oh, I need to... Before I do that, I need to set up the skins. Skin 1 equals find object. No. Is it game object dot find and I called that skin 1. I don't know what keeps happening with my keys there. That is an image. Can I do... How do I find... the image? Yeah, I could tag them, I guess. So let me do that. This one. I don't want to make a tag just for each one individually. See if I can find it by name. Three game objects on the canvas, each using a certain image. I'm going to use a single script to adjust them, yeah. Well, that's activating or deactivating the canvas. Oh, hey, Brian. Brian says code. Oh, semicolon. How's it going, man? Working on a game demo here. Some artwork that Wesley sent over. This onion head psychologist guy making people cry. Let's see. Now that finds it by the name. So can I cast it to a type once I find it? I don't think I can. Oh, I don't need to find it like that. I need to make these public. And those will get set by assigning them. What is the problem here? Cannot fall out from switch. Final case, uppercase 0. Yeah, so if there's no health, skin1 dot sprite will be something. Skin2 dot sprite will be something. Skin3 dot sprite will be something. And skin4 dot sprite will be something. And actually, what might even be better than a switch case, I can set those with a ternary operator, but what do I actually need to set them as? m.sprite is what? It's a public sprite. Okay, that makes sense. So public sprite. This will be a no skin and public sprite yes skin. So if round dot current skins is greater than or equal to 1, then skin1 dot sprite will be yes skin, else it'll be no skin. And I can just copy that. I'm holding shift and alt, and I can go down and select multiple rows at the same time as well. I'm going to paste that. So if there's greater than or equal to 2, then skin2 will show a skin. If there's greater than or equal to 3, then skin3 will show a skin. And if there's equal to 4, don't need to be greater than, then skin4 will show the skin. And let's see, I have an extra curly brace there. Brian says I'm about to go to bed. Brian, I hope you get to feeling better, man. Have a good weekend and, you know, stay hydrated. Brian's been sick all week. I do not envy that. Okay. So, what I need to do then is come back over here. Reload on the game object. Yes. Okay, so skin1 is skin1. Skin2 is skin2. Skin3 is skin3. Skin 4 is skin 4. Then I may need to add these as sprites here. Let's see. Yes, add a sprite. This one will be skin 0, which is no skin. And add another sprite. Whoops. On the canvas, not on the sprite. I guess it really doesn't matter, but yeah, on the canvas, not on the sprite. And this one is yes skin. And back to the game object. No skin to no skin. Oh, come on. Oh no, why won't you let me pick up the sprite? Oh. Okay, that works. Should have grabbed it from the bottom. And the art assets. So let me delete these two. Alright. So let's see, I'm going to put for testing right now, I'm going to put all this stuff inside of update so I can make the changes here in the persistent scene and we see it happen in the game window. So right now, okay, there's 4 skins and let's see, 3 skins? Oh no, 2 skins. Have them out of order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 5, which wouldn't work because 4 is going to be blank. Okay, so so 4 is in the 3 spot and 3 is in the 2 spot. Okay, so I just need to push those 2 over and move that one over there. That's funny. Or I guess I could rename them and reassign. Yeah, so this is skin 2. This one is skin 3. And this one is skin 4. I just renamed them going down the list on in the hierarchy view, not based on where they actually were. That's kind of funny. Okay, so let me rearrange all these again. 1 is 1. 2 needs to be 2. 3 needs to be 3. And 4 needs to be 4. Save that. Try that one more time. Start with 4 skins. It's 3, 2, 1, 0, 4, 1 to 3. Yeah. Okay, and the money is updating there. I'm gonna have to talk to Wesley about a font maybe to match the other stuff. I'm not sure if I can apply a font like that separately. I should be able to. There's probably a way. Okay. Let's see now. So the lives are working. The money's working. Let's have quit. So there's we need to track what day it is because every I don't know yet for sure, but every like 10 clients or something, bills are due. So you need to track what's going on, and you need to be able to leave the game and come back without losing your progress so far, right? But for now, I guess the quit button should just send you back to the menu screen. And see, this is the Office script. I don't have a quit action yet, so let me add that. I'm just going to copy it's on the menu screen. I'll call this one quit game. Oh, need a scene manager. Let's see, will this let me auto? Nope. Oh, I guess it's ReSharper that does that. At work we use ReSharper, or at least we did before we upgraded. And it'll automatically add missing using statements. Let's see, this is Unity. Engine dot scene management. And this is going to load back to 1 main menu, menu scene. Save that. Come back here. This guy, Office. What am I doing wrong? Oh. I didn't select the script, I selected the scene. Where is the Office controller? There we go. Still did something wrong. Look back at this one. Okay, it was the game object I had selected. So here, game object, which has the script on it, so then I choose Office controller and quit game. Next client needs to do the same. Public void next client. Now, well, I'll deal with that in a minute. This is the same thing. Scene manager dot load scene, and this will go to 3 client scene. And right now, well, let me finish that up here. Game object, Office controller, next client, save that. Right now the client scene is empty. Add an image right now, and it'll just be, just do a green background, just so we can see something. Save all the scripts. Yep. Go ahead to persistent. Start the game. Quit the game. Start the game. Quit the game. Start the game. Next client. Cool. So on the next client button, well, not the next client button, when this round start, or not this round, but when the scene starts, we'll have to check and see, like, which day is it, if the bills are due, if they have the money and all that kind of stuff, and if it's game over, well, if it's game over, it's going to redirect to the game over scene. So, I won't worry about any of that right now. Okay, cool. So the client scene, let's go back to the samples. Okay, this will work basically the same way as the onions. I'll set up a couple of images and we'll just change out the sprites based on some logic. So can I set those sprites here? Because eventually what I want to do is have the game data here loading a JSON file. So the JSON file can be easily updated and then redeployed as an update or whatever, instead of having to actually change variable data, like these variable values. Money, skins, days, bill total, those will need to be regular variables though. So do I need to move those to players' preferences? Maybe. Because if the money and the skins, we don't want to overwrite those with an update with a new JSON file, with the JSON file that would have, you know, a change of clients or whatever, text updates or something if something was misspelled or whatever. So and the JSON file is going to be all of the variables. There's no way to read, like, this is the current variables and this is what I'm changing, but don't change money or skins or something. So yeah, I am going to have to move those in days left and probably bill total. Yeah. But that's okay. I can worry about that in a bit. To the client scene. This is an image. I'm going to call this background. And just scale that up. And then I'll add an image somewhere around in here. And I'll call this one onion head. And then another image. Whoops. Over here somewhere. Something like that. Call this one client. And text. It'll be somewhere around here. And this isn't set in stone or anything, just kind of laying them out for now. Just set some different colors. These will actually load the sprites. And I'm going to rename that to text background. And let's see what else. I need some text. This will actually be conversation. I guess I should have made the the text background not black, but it's fine for now because Wesley actually sent images for those. And that'll change based on which character is talking as well, the background of the text. I'm going to need buttons, but I'm only going to need the number of buttons that there are a number of options for. So, like, because there could be 3 questions or 2 questions, or not questions, but you know, the character comes up, has some story to tell, and then you're presented with options to make the character cry. It doesn't have to always be 3, I guess. It could be 2 or 4. In the example that Wesley gave me, there was 3. Let's see what other. There's the onion head guy speech box. His 3 poses. Those are the ones that I made. There's the client speech box. Okay. Let's just see. Let me save this, because I'm going to need a script on here. Add a script. New script. I'm going to call this, what's scene in mind? Client scene controller. Put it inside the scripts folder. Okay. That didn't take long. Oops. Okay, so here, what am I going to need? I'm going to need public image. I need Unity Engine.ui. I'm gonna need Unity Engine dot scene management. So public image player, public image client, public image chat background, public sprite, player normal, public sprite, player sad, player failed, public sprite, player skin, Public sprite. Client normal. Public sprite. Client sad, which is the win condition, I guess. And on start, player.sprite will be player normal, and client.sprite client normal. Something doesn't seem right here. I need to set those based on something with the game data values. The sprites, I mean. The sprites need to be set based off of the game data values. Right, because here... whoops. The round, the client has a name. I need to figure out how to set public game object. No. I want sprite. Yes. Normal. Public sprite sad. Okay. And then here I don't want these. I need to determine which client is being is visiting. Oh, that was another thing with the clients. I needed... oh, I have has visited. So, I don't think I can use a link query here, can I? Let's see, can I make lists? Will that actually work in Mono? Oh, nice. Let's see, available clients equals, I need to add the game data like I did on the Office controller. Actually, I need the round, not the game data. How did I set that? Yeah. So here I can say round dot clients dot to list. I can't do to list. Using system dot collections. No. I don't know if I can use to list with Mono. Oh, array.toList. Oh, that's what I'm trying to do. Never use array as type. Blah, blah, blah. Yep, okay. I wasn't using array as type, though. However, this does not work. You have deeper issues to fight. That's their specific thing. Um, oh. If I use the appropriate so system dot link dot just system dot link, right? Yeah, to list. Okay. Then say where client such that client dot has visited has not been visited yet. Dot oh yeah, that's fine. That returns the list. So now the available clients is the list of clients that haven't been visited yet. Let's say if available clients dot count 0. I'll reset all clients. So round dot, I need to make a function for that, I think. Where? Here? Sure. No. Should I handle that here? Or maybe that should be handled on the Office controller. Oh. For now, we'll just assume that there's going to be a client. And then I need to randomly get one. So, Unity get random from list. Lower bound of random range is 0, not 1. Okay, I'm gonna move that to the other screen for a sec. Maybe. So here we'll do I'm gonna start using underscores with the private variables. It just feels like the right thing to do to me. So I'm going to say this client equals available clients. Random dot range from 0 to available clients dot count. Okay, so then the client sprite will be this client dot normal. I'm going to rename those to normal sprite and sad sprite. Nice. Okay, cool. So I'm going to test that out. Oops. All good. All right. You go to the artwork. So player normal. Player failed. Player skin. Player image. Client image. And the chat box image. Save that. And then back over in the persistent scene. In the game object. You have normal sprite. And sad sprite. I'm going to change this to only a single client right now. And save that. Alright. Whew. Here we go. Fire this up. Start the game. Next client. Hey, hey. There's Rio and the Onion Head guy. Just like we expected. Now I need to resize and fix the coloring. But, nice. Alright, let me just make this, let's see, I'm going to anchor this to the left, and I want it to be aligned to the left. And I'll just go the full size. And change the color back to white. This one, similarly, anchor to the right and move to the right. And also make it the full size. Try that one more time. Oh, he's still blue. And the scaling is a little off. I need to figure out a better way to handle the scaling stuff. Because from the get-go, the sample images were not into scale. Cool. Alright. I can dig it. Let's see if I come back here. I wonder how that looks if I change the aspect ratio. Or maybe I should set some default ratios. This I think I will anchor to the bottom. Let me try that. Let me go back and start the persistent scene. Okay, that's just cutting off stuff because nothing is attached. But since this one I anchored to the sides and the top and bottom, they're actually moving around with it. Okay. So, what was the height and width of this image? 720 by 480. Which is probably the same on the Onion guy, right? 720 by 480. Okay, so I should have looked at that to begin with. Crazy. What is this one? 720 by 480. Unity set. Yeah, window size, I guess. Editor window size. Well, I don't know what editor windows are. That's not what I mean, I don't think. Excuse me. Screen resolution in editor. Oh, excuse me. Unity remote. Wow. There's a bunch of stuff set there. That's not what I want. Edit preferences, player options. I don't have a player options. Okay, let's see. I am going to take just a real quick bio break, and I'll be right back. My apologies for the short break. The background music this evening is from Foey. He's from Brazil, a music producer who has been supporting the show here now for 10 or 15 episodes. Let me use his music for some live streams of the 3D printer, several hours long videos on YouTube of that, and here on the weekly show. So definitely appreciate that. If you like his stuff, you can look him up on SoundCloud. It's Foey, Foewi, and you can see his SoundCloud page here. Lots of cool original tracks, different a few different genres. You know, some here's some 8-bit, sound like some video game type music. Let me crank this up. You know, some chiptune stuff, synthwave, you know, some cool stuff going on. He's a interesting guy. I came across one of his songs on a playlist on YouTube and contacted him and was like, hey, you know, I like your stuff. Here's what I got going on. Would you be interested in supporting the channel? And he was like, yeah, you know, use whatever you want. So that's pretty cool. And he shows up sometimes on Thursday nights every once in a while. That's always a nice surprise. So let's see. Where were we? Okay. Player options. That didn't actually work for me. Oh, that's player options for on the platform. So no, that's not what I want. Since everyone also has this problem. Yeah. Okay, well, I won't worry about that right now. Figure it out later, etc., etc. That comes up as a solution a few times this evening. So let's see here. Have the persistent scene. I was able to set those. I want to be able to set those via code though, not just the drag and drop stuff here. Can I do that? Unity set sprite image from script. Attach the script to an image game emoji, set the source image of the sprite. Yeah, but that's still having to select the sprite. And that's still just assigning them. Okay, so maybe that's just the way changing sprite during runtime. Just wondering how to change the sprite at runtime. Sprite equals a new sprite with a sprite renderer. Sprite renderer. Okay. Oh, well, that's the same thing, though. It's still just setting a public variable that's getting dragged and dropped over here. Okay, so that's fine. Whatever. We can just set all the stuff in code. Alright, that's fine for now. So the menu scene, did I change the size? I did. I have to figure out the size stuff. So I guess I want this one to be centered and anchored in the middle. And the full width, if I do the height, it's going to shrink that. Now it's all just like skewed funny. But that's also, this outside width is just kind of whatever the preview width wants to be, right? I guess I should add some fixed size phone resolutions there. So let me put up a list of those. Unity, game window, phone sizes, mobile device screen sizes. Well, that's setting the scale of everything based off of the size of the device it's being played on. It's on the camera object. Here is something in the asset store. That's something else that I haven't touched on. You're talking about Unity. The asset store has all kinds of stuff. Oh, well, that one's not available anymore. But the Unity asset store, there's all kinds of neat stuff in here. So let's say I needed a certain type of character. I could come in here and find a character and actually purchase it to use it. There's even some free ones. Could also get like a character controller. So if I wanted a special kind of, let's see, kinematic character controller. Let's see, is there a demo for this one? Yeah. So this character controller would have it already built in to move the mouse around and look at stuff. And you can see you're always at the back of the character. And all the shadows are reflecting and everything. And here's moving around. So anyway, if I needed some character controller like that, it's here available. I could pay $60 for it and then have this great character controller as an example. There's also sound effects, tutorials, tools, templates, 2D and 3D different stuff, right? So I could find some 3D fantasy. Here's a medieval village environment. If I wanted to make some, I don't know, like a Skyrim clone or something. And that looks really nice. So I could pay $7 and have those. It looks like it's a bunch of prefabs, so the building is already put together and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Let's see here. So, but I don't need any of that right now. But I will look at this guy's script here for resizing the camera based on the size of the device. And just copy this. And it says it fixed all of his resolution. This guy fixed all of his resolution problems on Android. The other guy was asking for this for iPhones and iPads. So, let's see. We're getting here pretty close to the end of the evening. There's a couple people watching. Somebody on YouTube, somebody on Facebook. You know, say hey in the chat. Tell me what you think. I love Wesley's art here. I wish I could draw like him. I wish I could art like Wesley. I can't. I can't really art like anybody. Okay, let's see. I needed camera on. Well, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. Let me come here to the menu scene. Main camera. Add a new script. Camera controller. So I can use it on the different ones. Camera controller? Oh. Wrong folder. Let's see. Undo. I'm going to replace that. There we go. Microphone's in the way. Okay, so set the desired aspect ratio. The values example hard coded for 16:9. This could be blah 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 plug variables. Yeah. So can I get the aspect ratio of the actual window? Set a scale height and set that on the camera. Just run it and see what happens. This will be the main camera. There's a compilation error. MSAA buffers. Was that there before? I don't remember seeing that before, but I hadn't really looked at the camera settings. Look on the office camera. Okay, yeah, that was there. So, errors in the script. I don't see any errors here. Hey, Tiger. How's it going, man? Tiger's watching on YouTube. I had tagged you on the Facebook video, too. Hey, Wesley. Wesley's lurking, watching his own art. I don't know, there might be something to be said about that. Some kind of something wrong there. Watching your own art and saying it looks good. I'm just teasing, man. It does look good. I'm trying to fix the aspect ratio stuff here, though. Let's see. Associated script cannot be loaded. Please fix any compile errors and assign a valid script. Well, I did. Or, I mean, it built. There's no errors. Start the scene and see if I can debug. Oh, maybe it's because it was in the game window? No, it still says weird stuff. Alright, let's just run it and see. Game object main camera is missing. Okay. There's an error I can handle, but that's main camera. The reference script on this behavior is missing. Oh, no, it's right there. It's not missing. Tiger says going good. Tiger, how was your Tuesday night thing? I didn't go to the woodworking meetup. I ended up having some stuff I needed to do around the house. But how was your Tuesday night go? Let's see. There's somebody else in here had a problem. Oh, that's the camera wrecked. In 2016, this worked. In 2017, people started having problems. Oh, December 2018. Solved it for the orthographic camera. Instead of changing camera.rect and camera.orthographic size. But... oh, yeah, I'm on orthographic. So, let me change camera.orthographic size. Oh, that's just a float. So what does that need to be set to then? Let's see. Well, maybe... let's see, is there a rag dot? What? Let's look at camera.orthographic size. Cameras have size when in orthographic mode. Orthographic size property defines the viewing volume of an orthographic camera. In order to edit the size of the camera to be orthographic, okay, it is. It's half the size of the vertical viewing volume. And then horizontal depends on the aspect ratio. But there's still the rectangle. Alright, I don't know. I'm going to remove this script. Alright, I'm going to walk through this one more time with what we have so far. And I don't know how to see the bounding boxes here. Oh, that's right, I resized this one, that's why. Let me fix that first. this I want to be the full width, and then I'm going to come down like so. Alright, save that. Alright, full run through here. I'm going to start the game. We have 4 skins and $0. If we had 3 skins, if we had 2 skins, if we had 1 skin, we have 0 skins. That's showing up appropriately. If we had $2,000, that's there, that's all good. If I hit quit, it goes back to the start screen. If I hit next client, it randomly loads the next client. Right now we only have 1 client. And still have to load in the text box stuff and the backgrounds and all that, but that's pretty good. Let me see if we add in a second client. We'll name the second one here Miniman. And I'm going to give him the same neutral and wind faces for now, because that's fine. So, should have a 50-50 chance of getting either one. Alright, so there's Mario, or Rio. There he is again. Alright, I'm going to mark him as has visited. And we should get Miniman. Nice. I like it. Okay, so that bit of code is switching the client. Looks like it's going to work. Even if things are still scaled funny. To work on that. These I at least anchored to the sides, so based on the screen resolution, they move around a little bit. But clearly the screen resolution stuff is something I need to figure out. And if I mark, I don't have a way to go back, but if I mark them both as visited, it's probably going to crash. Because there won't be any clients in the list. Yeah, so no clients in the list, nothing happened. Cool. I mean, not cool, but, you know, it was as expected. How about that? Nice. And I didn't add him any questions yet, but alright. Well, I think I'm going to call that a night. I did get the argument out of range because there weren't any items in the list, right? So it tried to access something that wasn't there. Save. Save the project. Alright, well, that's going to do it for this evening. I want to thank everybody hanging out and stopping by. Let's see, Jeremy came by, and Jed, and Brian, and Tiger, and Wesley, maybe a few other people. Let me know what you think about streaming on different platforms. I know a few people stopped by on Facebook, a few people were on YouTube. I'm also streaming on Periscope and Twitch right now. Last week's episode, I'm not sure why it didn't stick around on Twitch, but it did save in YouTube and Facebook and Periscope. I don't know what that's about. And but anyway, yeah, so if you like what's going on here, you know, let me know in the comments. We share the videos if you like what's going on. Probably one more round here on the game demo, and then it'll be back to the Wi-Fi Finger project with the where we sort of ended up accidentally making our own IoT control system, right? Um, Lots of coding stuff there, but it's also a lot of fun. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with the game here. I may be able to figure out the aspect ratio thing. Then after that, really, it's just tracking score and lives between play sessions and implementing when the bills are due and how much is due, and then the actual conversation piece of it, selecting the options and that routing to the appropriate response from the characters on screen. So it's not too much left to go there, but we'll see what kind of time I have between now and next Thursday, and if I get that done before Thursday. If not, I will start off on that on Thursday. Let's see, I'd asked Tiger how his Tuesday was. This is good. Got 2 classes left. So, Tiger, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to talk about this a little bit. There's about a 30-second delay here, so I guess tell me to stop if I'm already going. But, and I don't really know the details, but there's some kind of a class that was invited to join at nearby university, and they're doing stuff with coming up with ideas for like water purification and stuff, like in an emergency situation. And he says here, you got the water filter complete and doing test data collection. The UV device is killing the bacteria, and after 2 passes, 20 minutes each. So that's cool. And did 5 minutes collections too. I'm not sure what else. Let's see. I must have ran out of space in the chat box there. It's only like 200 characters, I think, but it's pretty neat. Maybe Tiger, once you get done with the class, maybe we should do an episode and talk about the project you did for the class. I think that'd be pretty cool, and talk about the design process and collaboration with your teammates. And I know that you use the 3D printer for a few things, so let me know what you think. We could hang out one night, do an episode talking about stuff, and show off your collaborated design there. So anyway, I want to thank everybody that came by. If have any questions or comments or whatever, think I'm doing something weird, that's fine. Tell me what you think. And if I'm on Facebook, Twitter, etc. If you have any ideas, want to talk to me about an episode idea or something too, reach out. If you've got some idea or you want to be a guest on an episode, we can hang out and do something. Let's see. Tiger says the nano engineering for teachers. So that's pretty cool. Actually, you know what? I'm going to just here on the spot, I'm going to search that. So it's solving water-related issues for cleaning or moving. Let's see, National Nanotechnology Initiative. Is this the right website? National Science Board, STEM education. Cool. Yeah, Tiger says we can do a session on it. Since I'm going through Restream, there may be a little bit more of a delay than usual, or than I'm used to, I guess. Let's see, nano.gov Teacher Network. Some webinars here. Yeah, I can't tell if this is the right website. I know you said it was through Rice University. Okay, there we go. Nanotechnology research experience for teachers. It's a year-long internship. Well, I'm not sure this is right either. Rice, Newt teachers. Okay, well this is 2019-2020. Yeah, this was the second search I found here. Okay, so there's several different portions here, I guess. Spring, summer, fall, etc. That's cool. This looks neat, having the time to work in the laboratories and working on the projects and stuff. Nanosystems Engineering Research Center for Nanotechnology-Enabled Water Treatment. A year-long program for science teachers, including a 6-week internship at the Newt Research Lab. Wow. That sounds really cool. And that's neat that you got to you got into it. Let's see, in Houston, Phoenix, and El Paso.